Hi, I'm Debra, Certified Master Dementia Strategist. I'm glad you're back. And if you're just starting this journey, my heart goes out to you because I know that this is a very, very difficult time for you and your family. This is a little kind of a starter kit, if you will. This is part 2. This is a kind of an overall of dementia and maybe what you might run into and what you might entail, how to get some resources up your sleeves. Please make sure that you subscribe down below. We would love to have you join our family. Our community is a positive community. We stick together and we help each other out whenever we possibly can. So we do hope that you subscribe and come often to learn, because education is key with this disease. There is no operation. There is no chemotherapy, if you will, for this disease. So what we need to do is we need to educate. We need to educate on how to communicate better, how to manage behaviors, how to kind of take more control. And that's what I am here to do for you. I am going to take you by the hand. I'm going to show you step by step what to do, how to do it, and how to manage this disease process that you're on. One of the things that I really want to tell you is that this channel is not the pity party channel. This is not the, oh, poor me, I'm a caregiver in a terrible situation kind of channel. And I don't mean that to be mean, because I do care. I care very, very much. I know what you're going through. I care deeply. And yes, I know this is hard. I know it's terrible. I know it's a struggle. But I feel like when we're just pity partying all the time, that keeps us and holds us back from finding the solutions to the problems. And that's what I do. I find solutions to problems, and I won't take anything less. And in order for you to stay on your feet and have a happy journey, because this can be a rewarding journey, but it's hard. It's hard. This is not easy, but it will be a hell of a lot easier if you let me help you. And I'm here for you, because feeling sorry for yourself is only going to hold you back from those solutions and the efforts that you need to take to move forward. And that is what I'm going to do for you. So, with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about the brain itself and the neurons. So, this is a picture of a healthy brain, and this is a brain with dementia, with Alzheimer's and dementia. You can see how this one has shrunk. The ventricles have opened up, applying more pressure onto the brain. The gray matter has deteriorated, which is where most of our brain neurons are stored. They're mostly in the gray matter, and this is the white matter on the inside. So our gray matter, we have about 86 billion neurons in our brain. And that is actually about as many stars as there are in the Milky Way. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. So these neurons, right, they all work together and they shoot electrical signals back and forth throughout the brain. And that helps us to do everything in our lives. It helps us move our body. It helps us breathe and pump our blood. It helps us to speak language and understand language, recognize faces. Our brain literally does everything. It's how we perceive our world around us. It regulates our emotions. So our brain is constantly just firing, right? Firing. And one part of the brain has to talk to other parts of the brain. And that happens through the white matter. So one part of the brain will talk to the other part of the brain through going through the white matter. But as this disease process starts destroying the brain cells, because that's what dementia is. Dementia is the death of brain cells. And your brain can end up looking a lot like this, with these holes. And so when you're missing great big chunks, right, of the brain, you're not able to send those signals back and forth and for the brain to actually function the way it did. Therefore, we are now having cognitive difficulties. So I have a couple pictures here of some brain cells, but take a look at this one. I just think this is so cool. So see here, this is how one cell is communicating to another cell. So imagine if this cell had died and it couldn't shoot that electrical signal anywhere, right? So if we can't make that signal, we're not going to be able to finish our sentence or brush our teeth or get dressed because the message isn't getting through. If you think of it kind of like you have a lamp and you plug it in and it lights up and you pull it out of the wall socket, it doesn't function anymore. It doesn't function properly. It's still a lamp, but it's not glowing its light. So that's kind of how the neurons work. And when you're dealing with Alzheimer's or another type of dementia, we're dealing with the death of the brain cells. So the most important thing that we can do as a caregiver is to get educated. And I don't mean getting educated on this is what dementia is, this is what they're going to do, this is what's going to happen, this is what sundowning is. We have to learn how to communicate and how to manage behaviors, because communication and behaviors, they go hand in hand. When we lack the communication skills, that's when we have behaviors. So behaviors are what is so difficult for us to deal with. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that way. You are so lucky that you came to me, because I am the one. I can be able to help you to have better communication, get results in seconds, and calm your person with dementia down. I can show you what to say and what not to say, and how to keep those exchanges positive and happy, how to help build your person with dementia's self-esteem. So people often ask me, what does it feel like to have dementia? And, I've spoken to many, many people with different diseases, and I hear so many different stories of what it actually feels like. But what I will tell you is this is a very lonely disease. This person can be in the presence of many people and still feel very, very alone and very, very afraid. Our job is to make the person with dementia, it's our job to lighten their burden of suffering. It's our job to make them feel included, to make them feel important, and to make them feel like they have self-worth. The more we do that, the less behaviors you're going to have to deal with. It's also super important as a caregiver to learn how to change our communication as this disease progresses. Because as dementia deteriorates the brain more and more, communication gets more and more difficult. So we have to learn how to adapt how we're communicating with the person with dementia so that they can understand us. And then we have to adapt how we're receiving their information so that we can understand them. And most importantly, I need to teach you how to listen for what that person with dementia is really saying, because what they're saying is not coming out what they really mean. I need to teach you how to understand your person, how to figure out what their problem is, and how to fix it, and how to bring them peace and happiness for the end of their life. We have to work together. And it's not hard. I will show you. I will take you by the hand step by step. I have hundreds of people telling me every day that the techniques and the things that I teach them work. I had someone just yesterday tell me on a TikTok live that her grandfather got very angry and violent. And by using my techniques, they were able to calm him down in seconds. That is success. So when I tell you, this is not the pity party channel, I'm sorry. This is the results channel. This is, I have a challenge and I'm going to figure out what to do about it to make it the very best possible scenario that I can. And there's no one else out there that can do that for you. But I can and I will. And it's my guarantee. I have something for you. I want to make sure that you know about this book. It's called Forget Me Not. It's available on Amazon. It's available anywhere books are sold. This is a great resource. I highly recommend that you pick up one of these and follow me, subscribe if you're not already. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're taking care of, or if you work in the industry, what type of dementia, if you've been diagnosed or you're a person with dementia has been diagnosed yet. And also, I'd love for you to join us on TikTok. I go live almost daily on TikTok and I answer a lot of the viewers' questions. But I want to tell you that, again, the most important thing that you can do for you and your person with dementia and your entire family, the most important thing that you can do is get educated and learn how to communicate, learn how to manage these behaviors before they pop up. And you can do this because I'm going to help you. You can do it. You can do it. I'll show you. I'll never desert you. I will always be here for you. I'm Debra, Certified Master Dementia Strategist, and I am going to help you. Don't you worry. See you next time.